love message now. Okay. We're gonna do a love return, okay? So this is going to be about um your role in your person's soul journey. Now, disclaimer, some messages may vary. They may not all be the same. So you're going to have to use your wise discernment now, okay, to understand what that sounds like, what that looks like, okay? Use your wisdom and intuition. Do not be out here just taking anything in and saying, yes, this is me when it is not you, okay? Um, and also, do not project. Just be honest, be real with yourself. If you're not ready to do that, then maybe this isn't the time for you to watch this video. But if you're here, you have to have an open mind and also be open to what spirit wants you to know, and also be in tune and aware enough to discern, use your intuition, right? That is what I pray for you guys, okay? Because love readings are very sensitive to a lot of people. I understand that. People get very offended or get very attached and codependent on stuff like this. You have to have an intuition of your own. And intuition does not mean being delusional. So we ain't gonna do that. Okay. Um, so I'm here to help, maybe give you some clarity, confirm maybe things that you've already felt and known. Okay. All right. So if this video resonates with you, make sure that y'all show some love and like. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay. All right. I just did a live. So some of y'all are probably still over there listening to that. Oh no. Um, I feel like this message is going to be for those of you because this is, I've been sitting on this. I almost didn't want to do this video. I didn't want to do this type of reading or subject. I try to steer away some time from love readings as far as like collective love readings are concerned, because I just feel like the energy be too sacred sometimes, and I feel like people are not ready to really dive into what real soul connections really are, and they're not romantic first. I mean, that's the hook, that's what kind of gets you, but they're not based off of that. That's not what they're solely about. So that's just like the entry point level of a situation, or what we think it's about. But yeah, so this message is going to be for those of you, I feel like, that are genuinely soul searching, and you understand that a soul connection, whether it be a divine counterpart, whether it be someone that you are karmically connecting with, learning from, that the connection is always first and foremost about the spiritual purpose and reason. And usually that starts with self, that it is hardly ever just about romance, hardly ever about that. So if you're looking for like a Disney message or like some surface level shit, I don't got nothing for you over here. Because sometimes I feel like the vibes is too sacred to be like sharing this type of message sometimes with a certain audience on YouTube. Like I feel like people, it's just such murky waters when it comes to soul connections. I feel like people just romanticize it way too much to where it's very obsessive and very delusional and unhealthy. But that is just my opinion. So I'm not speaking to that type of demographic. So hopefully those of you that come on in, you know, you guys can feel me on this. Y'all understand. Let me share this post real quick. Okay. I'm going to wait for some more people to come in before I get started. I think that some of you might still be watching the other reading, and I'm no longer there on that reading. But yeah, by all means, though, if y'all like watching it, y'all all up in that, go ahead and finish it. I'm not judging you. we're gonna get it. We're gonna hit this one real good, okay? Um, and I'm gonna get started, you guys. I'm trying to um share this live. Okay. All right, so let's get started. If you've been really soul searching for maybe a long while, recently, whatever, about a situation, a romantic situation, a love connection, hopefully this message will be helpful. Okay. Some of the messages may pertain to some people's situations. Oop. Whereas some of you guys might, something else might resonate for you. Okay. So not every message may be for everyone's situation. So just use your intuition and discernment to know the difference. All right. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Ask for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity for this collective who is truly soul searching. What is their role in this love connection, this love interest, or someone that they feel a connection to, some sort of spiritual draw, or they're trying to understand it, trying to discern it? Um, what's the energy? Let's get a general, just open message first, and then I'll ask Spirit some questions. All of our divine team, our angels, be a witness to this message and give us the clarity and guidance that we need beyond what we seek. The person on our heart and on our minds, the collective, we ask only for the truth around the essence of this connection, not to interfere in this person's path or their journey. Simply what does Spirit want us to know? Thank you, Spirit. Amen. Ashe. Seal this reading with divine covering and protection from all malice, all spirituals of confusion, spirits of psychosis. We bind you, we block you. Make this message clear and plain. May it fall on the ears that it's meant to. May it fall on deaf ears of those who are not meant to receive it. Amen. Ashe. Okay. I just heard trying to bridge the gap. Trying to bridge the gap. I don't know what that means. Um, it's almost like this hit or miss. Like you and this person, it's just like y'all just keep missing something. It's like the target that you're trying to meet, or it's like maybe when you're in it, the other person's not into it. Then when you pull away, then the person's into it. It's like this weird push and pull energy. It's not an energy of like, because I want y'all to understand something. um there's a difference between false connections where it feels like it's a spiritual connection, but it's really just somebody that's playing games with you, somebody that's just like feeding off of your energy, understand spiritual concepts and using that to suck you in, to keep you hooked, keep you confused, versus a connection where there's genuine exchange. Because if you're in it and the other person does not feel it and has never felt it with you or never engaged in this connection, then it's one-sided. A connection means that it's two-sided. It's never one-sided. It's never, oh, I see this connection, but the other person just don't get it yet. They don't see it yet. No. Like that, you're not connecting at that point. You're delusional. Um Sometimes though, like there may be connections to people that you haven't met, and because I want to make this very clear, because it's so easy to slide into the realm of delusional energy with certain situations like this. So I have to be real and honest, like, about the light and shadow side of these things, because a lot of people believe they're having spiritual experiences and connections with people, and they're really not. um Whether you know of a person personally in person, or personally engaged, or it's like you are hyper fixated on a particular person thinking, oh, that's my person. You know what I mean? It's okay to be curious and wonder, why do I feel a connection? And I feel like that's more so where this energy is meant to help people. It's not meant to confirm whether somebody is your person or not. We're not doing that. Um, some of you may also feel like something's coming to pass with a certain energy. You may not have a face or a name to it, but you can sense that there's something, like energy, that you're coming towards. Some of you guys might be having dreams about people that you don't know in the physical, you've never seen them, but there's like this energy of like a person, and you might feel like, what is happening? What's going on? What is spirit trying to show me? That's for some of you as well. Okay. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, or Knight of Cups, excuse me, the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be connecting with one person, but you feel like there's a pull towards someone else. It could be, again, a mystery person. You don't have a name or a face to it yet, but you feel like there's someone else out there for me. And you might already be with someone. Some of you guys could have been in a situation where you were in a relationship and there's someone in your life that you feel a pull towards. Not to get too specific, but it could be that one of these people is an earth sign and the other is a water sign. You could be an earth sign, but there could be an attachment where someone feels like, I have to kind of be in the situation for financial reasons or stability, especially if a child is involved. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck looks like a mother and her child. Like, I have to be in this because this is what's secure, or there's some sort of stability, but you're lacking in other ways. You're not getting what your soul really needs and really wants, or this person is just taking care of the bills, but they're not taking care of your heart, or they're not they're not giving what you deserve, right? Or it's like you're providing for this person and they're still not giving. There's something with this where it feels like an energy depletion. um there could be someone that seems very romantically inviting to you, and this could be the person that you feel a connection to. For some of you, um the type of partners that you've been connecting with may be good on paper, but you don't feel anything with them. And then there's this other person or this other energy that you believe is out there for you, or someone that you're actually connecting with, where you feel like this person is that they fulfill something in me. Maybe this is how it all started, because you felt a sense of lack. Like, yeah, this person might have shown up or provided in a certain way, or this person could have looked good on paper, like, they have this, they have that, but they just didn't in hindsight. um I don't know, it just feels like an energy that is inviting you. I don't want to jump the gun too far yet in this message. I don't want to do that. But I have a feeling that part of the reason why you're drawn to a particular person is because this person is, as a, like, almost like a messenger, or maybe you are this for this person, that they can feel, they can experience a love, or they are desirable, they are wanted, or you need to have this reassured to you. Because if you've been connecting or always connected to people that are just emotionally not there. They haven't been there. They don't contribute anything other than just like basic things, basic necessities, but they lack the spiritual connectivity, right? So this is what could have landed you in the arms of this person. You felt like, oh, this person, they awakened something in me. This other person is too closed off. They're not open. They don't make me feel shit. You know. Let's see. What else? A Don Toliver song could be significant to somebody. I don't know why. I just got that. It's very random. I ain't got no music playing or nothing. Sometimes I have like my radio on, but that I don't know if that means anything to you guys. This could be someone that you know through social settings and circles. There is a fantasy here. I feel like this person does keep a distance from you, but they do fantasize about you. You and this person could have like a past history where maybe you guys were friends first, or um the person that you feel a connection to, like you guys may have known each other, or you both feel a sense of familiarity in each other's energy. But I get like this person's a very silent individual, and so is if you have a partner or you were with someone or the type of people that you're with, there's this energy of observance. You might be drawn to people that are very mysterious, or they have like this silent energy to them, silent power energy to them. um this person could believe that you have options. You know, they could be imagining the possibilities, but not crossing those boundaries with you. Some of you guys may know this person from church, um, your hometown, something with that, where it's just like, again, this person feels very familiar to you. You guys could have met at a party, a gathering, some sort of like a good time or something. Like this person could have watched you. I don't know, like not too many men. It's kind of rare. I mean, they do have male readers and stuff out there, or men that are into divination or do their own divination. I have a feeling that there could be a male or masculine energy that can read cards, at the very least, maybe someone that they know, but for some reason they might keep their spirituality a secret because of religion. This person could still go to church, and that might not be something that um they were raised in. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into there's let me see if there's anything else before I get into the questions I want to ask spirit specifically. Clarify this energy, spirit. Make it a little bit more clarifying. Yeah, chemistry, engagement. So you could have been engaged with someone where you felt a chemistry or connection to someone else, or you could have already been in a relationship just in general, and you felt a connection to this person. You felt a pull towards them. They made you feel something again. I feel like there was a caution to this. I don't feel like you're the type of person that cheats and stuff like that, or entertains that type of energy. I don't feel like this person entertains that type of energy either. That's not what they're into. Um, but yeah, there was a hesitance, like, I don't know if we should be doing this, because there could have been acknowledgement that one of you or both of you already were in a relationship. All right, let's ask some specific questions. I feel like the person that you're drawn to is like a gentleman or a lady. You know, they have a very sweet, attentive, courteous energy to them. All right, so how does this person's soul perceive you deep down? This person that you feel this potential connection or energy with, how does this person's soul perceive you deep down? The world. God damn, you shit. You a lot. You mean a motherfucking lot. I'm not even exaggerating, and like we ain't blowing smoke up the culo. But hey, hey, I'll get into it. I'm gonna keep going, spirit. All right. I want to ask, like, spirit, what part of this person um do this collective awaken or mirror to this person. What part of this person does the collective awaken or mirror? Nine of Wands. Interesting. Actually, let's see. Clarify. What is like the medicine? What is the healing, the energy, the sacred energy that you bring to this person's path? Like, what is the sacred energy or medicine? The King of Pentacles. Interesting. Again, the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right. The Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Got a lot of cards trying to come out. The Eight of Cups. The Ace of Swords. And I'm going to keep this one face down. And this one, because I feel like that wants to come out. So bottom of the deck was the Five of Wands. All right. For one, somebody's ancestors, women in your family and or this person's family don't play. Okay. There's a very protective energy from the matriarch ancestors and the women that are living. So like you could have very strong women in your family. This person could have very strong women in their family. Like they're very protective. They don't play. But how does their soul perceive you deep down as the world's child? You might be someone that has a very significant importance in this person's soul journey, to where they feel like their journey is more significant or more what is the word I'm looking for? It's like it holds a significant stamp in their life. Like you might have came in at a certain time where they needed it. So whether this is about romance or whether you guys end up together, that's neither here nor there. That's irrelevant at this point. The fact that your soul came into their soul experience, their journey, their life experience, to them is like a very important pivotal moment. Like one of the big things that they can always remember, they're never going to forget. So you're someone that they're never going to forget, no matter what they do, whether you guys end up together or they decide to go move on or live on. And that doesn't mean that they'll pine after you. Oh, we were meant to be together. It might not be that. It could just be, I remember this person. So when they have flashbacks, as they say, like when people pass on and go to the other side, they have memory flashbacks of their life in review. They're going to remember something about you. And I feel like it's because of something that you hold. You hold a significant light that I feel like needed to come into this person's journey at a particular season or time in their life. Okay. Um, this person could have felt very tired and exhausted. They may have felt very lost, like, okay, I'm tired of doing the same shit. There's got to be more to life. They may have had a lot of answers, a lot of questions at certain points in their life. I notice I meet a lot of people in their life journey where they're either going through breakups, where they're either trying to figure out their life's journey or purpose or meaning of certain things. Why am I seeing this all the time? Questioning their religion, questioning their faith in God. I usually meet people, men and women, not just like, not, oh, I only meet them in romantic circles, like just people in general going through those certain type of crossroads. So you meet people at certain crossroads in their life. This person in particular, for sure, you met them at a particular crossroad that they had in their life, for sure. So how their soul feels about you deep down inside is that you are a very big light, a very big moment in their life's journey that they'll never forget. That's what I'm getting from that. The world, that's beautiful. It's a big energy. And they realize this. They realize there is something like you coming into their life experience. It is not a coincidence. It is not something that they can just water down or just brush off as just like you just met somebody. No. Mm-mm. Um, I feel like there's something about you that does seem like a mentor energy at the same time, but it also feels like someone that is very um mothering or very father like someone that you feel safe and that you can trust their leadership, you can trust their wisdom, like you are someone that is other people may also respect or um yeah, like a lot of people hold a lot of respect, like you're someone that is loyal and reliable and trustworthy, to where this person sees you like you might awaken and mirror in them a sense of responsibility, seeking out greater groundedness and stability within themselves, not just their physical life, but their inner self. Like, how can I find that same level of self respect and love and a respect where people love me and trust me, feel safe with me, trust my guidance, my wisdom, or feel safe in my company? How can I be more faithful? Because maybe this person was not dedicated or honoring to a path. Maybe this person was all over the place, someone that didn't really have a sense of direction of themselves. Maybe not the most reliable person in people's life. And it's like you awaken and mirror this energy in this person. That is what you've done. Now, you also you bring a sense of this kind of provider, like you provide a sense of like again that stability. You may show this person a lot of their potential. You may show this person where their wounds are. You awaken and mirror in them like this is the wounds. This is where you have the trauma. This is where why you're tired. This is where you need to learn to protect yourself. This is like you're showing this person something that they need to learn and see about their deep wounds, why this person has a hard time with progressing and moving forward in life, maybe why this person gets stuck in their head, why they um self-sabotage. It's like you're showing this person where their blockages are, where it prevents them from like how these blockages prevent them from moving forward. It's like you show them this or you awaken this clarity of understanding inside of them. And the medicine and the energy this you bring to this person's path again is structure. It is maybe calling them to like hold them accountable, to be more responsible with themselves, with their life, with their purpose, with their vision. Like, you awaken this in them. It's not you telling them or forcing them into it. It's you making it aware, maybe even calling things out as they are to this person. But there is some aspect of it that feels very grounding and it's very honest. It's like it's not too emotional, it's not judgy, but it's like it's a safe space and it's an honesty. It's like it's coming almost like when a parent or parental figure um you know tells you that where you need to do better or where you need more structure, hold you to a certain standard for yourself, but it's not pushy though. You know what I mean? Like it's not, it's coming from a wise source. Like, okay, I know my grandma or my grandfather would never say anything to steer me wrong. Like I know that their counsel is wise. It almost gives that. Like there's a respect that this person has when it comes to your energy. And I feel like the reason why you guys were divinely aligned in this particular like lifetime is more so because again, this person could have been at a very dark place. I don't want to say this word, and I don't think I should because YouTube is very sensitive to certain words. But this person may have wanted to not be here anymore, whether they felt that way or they thought about it, or they may even contemplated it, or were very close to just making that decision like, okay, that's it. Um, that could have been something that they were depressed, at the very least very depressed, and you met this person as a breaking point in their journey. It's like you have two choices. That's what I'm getting. Like you were standing in the middle of their crossroad. You either have this choice or this is your choice over here. And I feel like it's not even what you say. Like, you might not be direct in that way of saying, like, oh, your life is worth living and blah, blah, blah. It could have been something you said, like, you have a purpose. Um, Clarifying something this person needed to know and to see. I feel like people get attached to your energy simply because you have the gift to be kind of like a light at the time where people need it, and you don't even know that. You may not know it until like later on where someone confirms it or says it or tells you. You may not know it. You're just being obedient to what you sense and what you feel, or just being at the right place, the right time. Like, you might not even, it's just not in your idea or your plans for the day or whatever, but you are that. So you were standing at this person's crossroads where they were feeling abandoned. They wanted to escape. They wanted to get away. They wanted to just let it all go. And I feel like that's when you stepped into scene. So the reason why you were divinely aligned is to, I feel like, help this person through their own inner demons. Not help them as actively put your hands in it, in the pot, and like do the work, but reveal it, show it to them in a way. So I feel like if you need to walk away from this, you have a right to do that, because I feel like at times this energy can be heavy where spirit is saying you're not here to help and assist as a savior for anyone, but you're just meant to stand as a light. And if so, you're meant to shed light on the shadows. So be it. If you're meant to be a guiding light to show people where they're meant to go in their journey by you walking in your light and just being you, so be it. But you're not here to be a living sacrificial lamb. Okay. You're not here to put the pieces back together for a person. And I feel like, again, there might be moments where you are called to walk away because this person's energy can be draining sometimes, or this connection or the situation at hand, especially if there's like another person involved or you have someone else that you are romantically involved with. There may be boundaries with this because this doesn't feel very romantic to me. This energy doesn't. It feels very spiritually based. It's deeper than romantic energy, or it's not much of that. It might be that that's what draws you towards this person, or vice versa, or both of you, because I feel like there was a chemistry, um but there's something that keeps it from fully happening, because it's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't believe that it's supposed to. There's a past life energy that's possibly what you're sensing, or like this person reminds you, their soul feels very familiar in essence to you, but it doesn't necessarily mean, because I don't really get a lot of romantic energy from these cards, you know. Um, but like I said in the beginning of the disclaimer, I'm not here to tell you whether someone is meant to be in your life or they're your person or they're not your person. I'm just like giving, a message as far as what's the purpose of the soul journey. And if it resonates with your own soul, like you feel this, you know this, then it's just confirmation. But it's not to tell people, oh, this is your person, or it's not your like that's no. Um feel like what you like, spirit wants you to honor your own growth by releasing, it's almost like releasing outdated beliefs around love and relationships, or maybe in particular this connection. It's like spirit wants you to gather your own sense of truth and clarity and authority. This might be a connection that you are no longer meant to engage in. For some of you, like, it might have served its purpose. You may have served what you needed to serve. It may not be meant for you two to be together. That's kind of almost the vibe I get from this, but let's see. What is the energy of this connection, spirit? What is the energy? Wow, a lot of cards. Okay, hold on. This card fell. The High Priest, personal empowerment, breakthrough with processing karmic debris, reprogram your soul with release, raise, reclaim, and rebirth with personal freedom unleashed. Yeah, this doesn't feel like a divine partner to me. This feels like a situation that's meant to awaken a person. So, like, whoever is standing in that masculine energy, I guess, whoever represents that in this dynamic, this person is called to a purpose, a higher purpose. And I feel like you're helping this person, or you're meant to awaken their own personal empowerment, so for them to tap into that for themselves, to help them clear through their karmic debris, how to process it, help them to release, literally to raise and reclaim their vibration, their energy. So you have every right to free yourself. You're not indebted or obligated to stay in anything. So I don't feel like this person is either. It's like you guys were meant to cross paths, yes, but this does not feel like a divine partnership energy to me. It doesn't give that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, the good news is like, okay, yes, sometimes we want people to be the one, but if that's not what's meant to be, there's that reassurance that there is someone that's meant for you. And maybe for you, as the messenger, as the healer, as the light being in this situation, or the shadow worker, um this person may be here to show you that you're meant to be in real, you can have a real relationship. You're meant to be with someone that loves you back, loves you as same as you give to them. If you're stuck in a situation that doesn't serve you, where you feel like there's a lack of love there, there's no true connectivity, that you don't have to settle and you don't have to stay stuck. That's what this person's message is to you. That is the personal power that they're calling you to step into for yourself. Okay. It's like you guys were meant to be a message of light and guidance to each other. Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you were meant to be generous. You served as a certain support and charity. You had a job, you had an assignment, you had a role here. Um, you're not trapped, although you may feel like you are trapped. You're not. You're not indebted to this. And it may be because you just don't have the full understanding of what was, or what did you need to do. But you're free. You're not stuck. You don't have to stay in this. Yeah. Some of you, you have like heads. Is it Akate? Hecate. Oya, Oshun, Yemoya. Some of your head is Yemoya, Oshun, or Yemoya. You're not stuck. It's like you're learning to take your power back, and maybe you feel stuck in another situation as well. Like, if you have someone else, like I was picking up for some of you, you already have someone else, but you feel a connection to someone else. The person that you feel stuck with in a relationship with, or you're not stuck, or feeling like, oh, these types of partners are the only types that I can, the ones that are emotionally unavailable. This is the best that I can do. This is all that I can experience. No. Or if I can't have this other person I feel a soul connection with, then I'm just stuck. No, you're not. You're not. Let's see. Nothing yet is set in stone. So there's things that are still shifting and changing. So again, there's no energy of being stuck. There's clearing that's still happening. The story may not be done between you and this person, but like I said, I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like you and this person are meant to be together long term. If you guys do end up having something, happen romantically, it may not be meant to last. It just feels like to me, because it's not very romantic energy. I can't spin it or try to make it be what it's not. It's just not meant to be that, almost. And you have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon and Taurus. So it's like there's certain things that you want to experience in life, things that you want to have, but you have to be practical about it. Like, you can't live in a fantasy world when it comes to, um, you can't live in this spiritual fantasy of, oh, Prince Charming or Princess is going to come into my life, or I'm going to rescue them, I'm going to save them, or they're going to rescue me or save me. There's some sort of ideology that needs to be cleansed. And it could be around this relationship where Spirit is saying, like, you can have the relationship of your dreams, what you want, but you have to have a practical plan. And that practical plan could very well be setting yourself free from connections that are not equally exchanged. Like, you settling for connections that aren't equally harmonious with your energy, or settling for less. You're not obligated to stay in situations that aren't feeding your soul. They're not giving you anything of substance. You know, a person that's stringing you along or keeping you stuck, or it could be just thinking, because sometimes, like, though a situation could be spiritually aligned for the time and divine hands are in it, the idea of spiritual connection, sometimes I feel like people like the idea of them because there's something about them that is kind of unpractical, where an unemotionally available person can feel safe in this type of dynamics, because it's almost like, I can't have it, or it's out of my reach. You know what I mean? And people find themselves in these cycles and these loops where nothing is growing, nothing's changing, nothing's happening. And it's not because, like, you're being punished. There could be sometimes, interferences in your love life, or sometimes we can self-sabotage things. But if you really use your wise discernment in a way of, like, you can tell if Spirit's in support of something. There's, like, Spirit supports the fact that, maybe this was a connection that you were meant to spark something in them, and vice versa. But if there's no movement, or there's circumstances that are not right, where there's other people involved, people are in relationships, or this person and you are on two separate pages, you don't want the same thing. Um, grant, we're all a work in progress, and we always will be. But there's a difference between people that are works in progress versus connections that are distractions, or connections that are blockages to our growth and our expansion. Connections that are not vibrationally in alignment or compatible with where your highest good, or what could be better than where you are. If it's always an energy where you're lending a helping hand to a partner, and they're just taking, and they're not growing, they don't have their own energy source of clarity or happiness, or they're just taking from you. Or there's this energy where you're trying to make it happen, trying to make it work, and this person is not doing the same, or they're off doing their own thing, not giving a damn, not giving a twice about how you feel where you're at. Then it's common sense to say that this is not for me, you know? And I know that's tough to hear. Who wants to hear that? That the person that they want to happen with is not that. And of course, people gonna, like, log off, shut it off, get mad, get upset, dislike, because they're stuck in that cycle. But when you get fed up and you get tired, if you ever do, because some people settle and they finally get the person to say, okay, damn, I'll marry you. And they get married, and it's nothing changes, but they still stay because in their ego, I still got the man, I still got the woman, I'm still, instead of being with the person that would really love you, where you don't have to force it, get them to see, make them realize, oh, they're just delusional, they just don't see it. No, you're the one that's delusional, don't see it. This is not for you. you know if it's meant to be, this is something that kind of is a safe cushion for some people that just don't want to take that leap and say, fuck this completely, this is not for me. Is There is a reality that, yes, possibly if you detach and move on with your life, that if this person cares enough and genuinely loves you, that they'll circle back around, and there will be that a vibrational alignment with you for a healthy connection, and maintain that, versus just coming back because they don't want to lose you and they want to keep your energy hooked. And you know what I mean? If it's meant to be, at least you're not waiting for there's a pro with this. The pro is, there's two pros with this. If it be that you want this person that bad, but it's not working right now, if you detach, at least if it's not meant to be with this person, you have not held yourself waiting for somebody and passing up what is for you. If it is meant, at least you would have lived your life and experience, and this person, by their own free will return. You don't got to do no spells and do manipulation tactics to get a person back. You're lacking self-worth when you do that shit. You don't love yourself enough. If you feel the need that you have to manipulate energies to get somebody to like you or love you, it's just, that's not how it should go. If you want something divine, something that is divine does not operate in desperation. It does not. It doesn't. If a person values you enough, they're going to have to come into that realization on their own, not by your force, not by your manipulation. There's not enough manifestation spell work and all that shit, visualizations that you can do. You're just casting glamour magic on a situation. And what do you want? You want a puppet? Like, that's sad. You want someone that's just like your puppet. Like, a person that can't even make that choice in their own heart to say, this is who I really want to be with. I have to imagine it, manipulate, do candle work and magic and this and that and spells and this to make a person love me. Like, that's desperate. It's not, that's less than everything that you deserve. That's not an alignment. So if it's hard for you to break free from a perspective of surrender, live your life, and open, if it's, hold space if it's meant to be. But if not, if somebody comes into your life that is meant for you, first of all, you're not even going to be thinking about this person. If somebody that's meant for you comes into your life, you're going to be like, oh, why was I tripping off of something that wasn't? You're not even going to think about this person anymore. So that's clue number one. But at least you would have accomplished and did things that you wanted to do in your life. Enjoy yourself, um, walk in your purpose, be happy. And if this person's meant to be, they'll come back in your journey aligned and vibing with you where you're at, meet you where you are. But as long as you're pining and waiting and chasing, you're delaying. And you're delaying this person's path as well, because it ain't gonna help them none. Um, So yeah, you have a very powerful energy. You can manifest what you want. It's not about not being able to have what you want, but what you want. Is it what is best for you? Is it what you really need? Is it what will truly make your soul happy? Not your ego, not your insecurities happy, but the truth core of who you are. Because you're very powerful. It's just you don't always meet your match sometimes. And that comes with the territory. If you truly about that life of being a messenger, a healer, a shadow worker, a light worker, you know that you're going to come across broken people. That's a given. As a healer, that is a given. But does that mean that every assignment that comes into your life is meant to be more than what it is? No. No. And that's where your discernment comes in. You deserve someone that is going to, and some of you guys, before I say this, because you have the real, I don't know if this says anemone, I don't know what that is. It says rebirth, end of a cycle, reflection. You're coming to a very pivotal place in your journey where you're done um trying to, it's almost like trying to over service yourself in love. Like, you can take your healing into your love relationships. As a healer, you're just natural healer. So any area or section of your life, you're adding a sense of healing and medicine in that. But the difference is that when you get with partners that you're not supposed to, they don't support the healing. They don't, um, it's like an energy of taker, where you're always a teacher. You're always the one being the foundation, the facilitator, I seen this meme like a week ago. My heart is not a trauma center. Your heart is not a trauma center. There's a difference between doing things from the heart and healing from the heart, healing people, holding space for people from the heart. But when you allow a person into your heart and you're taking on all that energy and all that pain, and this person's not working through it, they're not transmuting it, they don't have that same energy of power to, either more powerful energy to hold you up as a spiritual person, a spiritual woman, especially as a spiritual woman, or as a feminine energy that needs that person that is a giver, but also a spiritual provider where they're not just taking. You, a lot of spiritual women I find like come across this energy, and it's very hard to discern sometimes a person that is meant to be a spiritual assignment, someone that you're meant to help and assist on their journey versus this is my mate. Because naturally, feminine energies want to be helped, want to help in service, want to nurture, want to be that space of protection and love. But when it's channeled in the wrong connection that does not facilitate that or does not have that balance of energy of a provider and a protector of your energy field, then it's just not going to work. It's going to be draining. It's going to be tiring. You have to break that chain of feeling like I have to be everything to everyone, including my partner, to where it's almost like it's over sacrificing, it's over giving, it's performative, low key too. You don't have to prove to your person that you can do this, that you can do that. I can be this, I can be that for you. It's just a natural exchange. True love doesn't require you to perform. You might be tempted to perform even with the right person, but they're not requiring that. You don't have to shift and shape shift to be something else that you're not, just for you and this person to work out or for them to see you or for them to want to be with you. True love does not require performance. It doesn't. I know on TikTok it's cute watching the videos, oh, how to get them back, how to get them to want you, light this candle, sprinkle some rose petals and some salt and some sugar and some say this petition 3 times, put their name in the lemon and all this dumb shit. But if you're gonna do a love spell, I always say this: do a love spell on yourself to be that which you want to attract, or call in an energy that you wish to attract instead of trying to call in specific people, because that might not be it. Like if you can't even attract the motherfucker that you want, why are you resorting to a fucking spell? That's like kitty magic. That's like some teen witch shit. Like no, we're too grown for that. We're too grown for that. You don't even have to do spells to attract the person you want. Like your energy's powerful enough. Like you don't have to do that shit. You really don't. Your energy is magnetic enough that it can attract both the dusties and, you know, the top tier of energy. You just got to discern who's worth your time and your energy. Because you're going to attract people all day and every day. But who you entertain, who you say is worthy of your time, that's up to you. That's up to you. Because I'm getting like feminine energies. Like when I say feminine, you could be a woman or you can be a born male that has feminine energy that's very close knit to the, like your gifts are connected to the matriarch side of your bloodline. They're very powerful women, and which some of them like died single, and not from a place of, oh, I couldn't find a man. It's just like from a place of they're too powerful to settle. They just would not. Some of their energy was too powerful, um, to an extent that their energy was not centered around romance. It just wasn't. And that's not your story per se. I don't feel like you guys are meant to be single, but it's like they're saying there is someone that's meant for you. If it's meant for you to be with someone, it's going to happen. But I said it backwards because I feel like the desire that you have is not just coming out of nowhere. It's not. It's not coming from just some random place. It's coming from a true soul's desire. But if you're not taking care and stewarding your desire in a healthy way, anything that tickles or seems like it's close to what you want, or you want to place that energy of desire onto anything that that you just think that, oh, this is it, let me go over here, oh, I feel drawn to this must be it, and you cloak it with that desire in your heart, you're going to be deceived. So you have to be very clear and take this desire seriously, that The love that I desire cannot be wasted upon just anybody. It just cannot. Your energy is too fiery spiritually. It's a fire. It lights people, a flame. So yes, you're going to be someone that people will never forget, even the ones that are not meant to be with you. It is going to activate things in them. That's what it's supposed to do, but that doesn't mean that they're for you. It's like your fire it is not meant to be tamed in a sense, or I should say diminished, but someone that can be that source that you don't over consume yourself or others. It's like someone that centers you. That's what you need, because I feel like your energy is so powerful. If you don't understand it, the people that do will try to diminish it or run from it, run scared, so they can't fully stay in your energy field. And if you're in that place of desperation, or I want it, I want this, or you don't understand what you're experiencing, you don't understand the connection with people, you're going to try to pull that and reel that energy back in where it can't withstand your fire. It's not powerful enough. The vibration is not strong enough to stand in your energy field sometimes to connect with you. It's too intense. And it's not intense or too intense for the wrong person. It's just right, because it's like a element. It's like elephant, not elephant. Why I say elephant? That was interesting. It's something that balances out the energy. Your element versus another's element. It just balances it out. Let's pull some more cards. I'm gonna put this to the side because I keep looking at these cards. Like, they stand out to me. Shoot, you could be a fire sign, or you got a north node fire, or a fire sign north node, like an Aries or Leo, or Sagittarius north node for some of you. Um, Maybe your 11th house has fire in it. All right. All right. So let's get some energy on your divine counterpart's energy as far as um, your role in their spiritual journey, your divine counterpart. And it may not be the person you're thinking about, because we already kind of like dealt with whatever that energy was that we first tapped into. So let's see, what is the energy around the collective's divine counterpart, their connection, the energy, any messages, spirit, that will help this collective provide clarity and truth for those who are ready to receive, when they're ready to receive. Amen. Ashe. Nine of Cups. If you're an older woman or older man, don't think that your true love doesn't exist. So if you're settling because I'm too old, no, your soulmate is still out there. They still exist. Your wish fulfillment still exists. Um, Coming from a youngin', okay, I know, but trust me, auntie and uncles, okay, out there, you're not too old. And if you're, still young, technically, as long as we're still living, we young. Shoot, let's just call it. We just gonna say that we all young, okay? We out here, we're still living, we're still vibrant, okay? Um, this is someone that could be very like entertaining, like funny. They're very responsible though too. I feel like um this is a male or masculine energy. They may own their own home already. They work very hard for the things that they want. This person sometimes might be stressed, Um, they might like to go out and dance. It's something about like celebrating and having a good time, especially if this is like an older man. Like, they still like to have a good time. They like to get dressed and go out. They might be popular amongst their like groups of friends, or like when they go to these events, like they're well known. There's something about their attire, the way they dress. Um, the feminine energy that's very vibrant, very beautiful, may look good in gold. She could be funny as well, very attractive, has a nice style to them. Like, again, there's this energy of like a very fiery feminine essence, very has a very vibrant essence to them. And so who wouldn't be attracted and drawn to that? But not everybody can withstand it because again, this is someone that is very powerful, very strong in their character, knows who they are. They even if sometimes we move in the energy of desperation of wanting something to happen, through our wishes, our prayers, through our efforts, it may not come off as desperate to other people. Like it might just come off as like, damn, why can't this person see that I'm just not good for them? Like, why do they want me? Like, why don't they just see that I'm not for them? They might not look at you like, oh my God, this is so thirsty. This girl's so thirsty, blah, blah, blah. This man is so thirsty. Oh my God. They might be like, why can't they just see that I'm not the one? Like, that they deserve better. Why can't they see that? It's almost like that's the perception. Like, this person, they must be crazy. Like, why don't they see, like, that they deserve better than me? Why do they want me? Like it's almost like that's what they would think. They wouldn't see your efforts or your dedication, your devotion to them as like a ill. They're disgusting. They're so desperate. It's like no, they're like I'm not good enough for them. What the fuck do they see in me? Like I don't get it. And sometimes they will entertain you because like it's hard to stay. Like I said, your energy can be addictive to people. It validates them. It at the same time it intimidates them and it kind of scares them at times, so they might be able to withstand the fire for a minute, but it's like if anybody knows, like if you sit out in the campfire for too long, you're trying to get warm and cozy, but then after a while it's too hot and you got to leave the fire. That's what it's almost like I seek your coziness, I seek your light, your warmth, but being in it too long, it makes me feel like I can't withstand. It's too powerful, I have to go, you know. I want to clarify this tower. Before I shuffled, the hangman was at the bottom of the deck. So your person could be at a crossroads literally right now, the death card. So the fire that is you, your energy, you don't have to be a fire sign, but the energy that is you, because I'm just speaking of elemental vibes, energy that you have. As the fire essence that you have inside of you, it is very deeply transformative. But I see you stepping into your own flame of your own fire, your own energy, and experiencing that. And when you really feel your energy and who you are and what you are, you're going to move differently. It's not that you're going to be a different person. You're just going to move differently. You're going to move differently, and it could come at a time where you're going through a loss or you're tired of feeling like it's some sort of energy where you're going to be fed up at some point. You're going to be fed up, and I feel like this is what's going to lead you to that moment of transformation or feeling your own power, your own essence. Sometimes that goddess anger, when you like a goddess, when she goes in like Kali Ma energy, that energy where she goes into that, she has many different forms. So like there's different levels of Kali Ma's like her forms. But when she goes into that rage, that energy, it's all consuming and powerful, right? It destroys what needs to be destroyed. It transmute what needs to be transmuted. So you experiencing that could come from a form of righteous anger. Like you might be very frustrated, very fed up, tired. And that's when this transformation comes through. Let's see. That's good. Another message about your divine counterpart's energy. Separation. You're not with the person that you're meant to be with. Some of you guys do need to separate from someone that you're tied to. And it's not going to be easy because it might be, okay, for some of you that I was picking up, you already have someone, but you feel a soul connection to someone else. You're not going to have a hard time necessarily detaching from the person that um, you're with, that you're not really feeling it with. It's the detachment from the idea of the other person that you feel a connection with. That's going to be challenging for you. That's the hard part. Um, Regardless of the situation, like whether you already have someone or not, whoever you feel the soul connection with, that's going to be the hard connection for you to detach from, because there's a lot of energy wrapped up into this, a lot of desire wrapped into this connection, a lot of dreams, a lot of fantasy, a lot of wishing for this person. You have love yourself first at the bottom of the deck. So this is going to require that, because the more like the more you operate in this energy outside of that energy that I was picking up on with you fully stepping into your fire and experiencing your fire, like your power, your energy, your essence. The more you step out of that and you're not realizing that energy, you don't know her, him or her yet within you, that fire energy within your own self, when you don't know that part of you yet, it's like you're still trying to pull in something that is actually leaving because it needs to. And it's not because you're unworthy or because you're not good enough, this person doesn't like you, or they, they don't find you like the things that our ego worries about. It's not because of any of that. It's because the energy is too strong and too powerful for this, which is telling you this is not your person, because your person is not going to run from you. Your person is able to handle the fire inside of you. I'm getting like, I don't know what element your person's energy would be like that would be able, like what element is able to handle fire for real. Like I'm just trying to, spiritually speaking, like what energy would be able to handle that. And I feel like it would only have to be something that keeps it stable and grounded, where it can still shine its light, almost like a candle. Like looking at a candle, the flame itself, like it's able to stay, it's able to withstand, but it's in this glass. This glass represents protection, but there's no ceiling over the glass, so the light is not necessarily trapped, because there's still a open space for it to burn and to shine. You know what I mean? When you're with the wrong people, it's like, throw some water on this shit, try to put that shit out, try to blow it out, you know. So maybe an earth sign energy, maybe, or maybe like fire and earth, or it doesn't have to be zodiacs per se, like somebody's sign, but like essence and energy, where someone is grounded and rooted, whereas your energy, it has that fire element to it. It's a bright light, and maybe the grounded sturdy energy, the earth can hold it. It gives me, I don't know why I'm getting like Shakti and Shiva. Yeah, I gotta hurry up and cook. It's getting late. I gotta get off of here. My daughter's looking at me like, "Girl, what's going on with the food now? I gotta cook." um, yeah, I don't know. I get Shakti and Shiva energy from this, because his energy is like the stillness. It represents like the whole of the universe, where Shakti's energy is that fire, that creation energy, that spark. So that's the type of vibe that I get from the dynamic between you and your true divine counterpart, like the person that is meant for you. That's the energy that it gives. Someone that can handle your energy and not feel intimidated by it or the need to try to control it, put it out, run, your energy cannot be contained, it cannot be controlled, and it cannot be destroyed. But you can destroy and sabotage yourself if you don't have self-control or self-governance. And I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to teach you through your connections. Bring love into the situation. Your loved ones are safe. The energy is gaining momentum. There's going to be like a shift. I'm telling you, like a powerful breakthrough. You have confidence is your key to success. So your divine partner, like they could be closer than what you think, and what you fear is like, well, if I let this go, if I walk away from this, and what is that going to do to my foundation? What is that going to do to my family? What is that going to do to the ideas that I was holding on to about this or that person? It's like knowing that everybody in the end is going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay in the end. It's going to turn out far better than what you expect. Like whatever you're fearing, it's not. If you bring love into the situation, so for instance, bringing love into the situation could be, I respect this person's journey and their path. We're not meant to be, but I wish them the best. I want them to find their true soulmate, just as I would want myself to find my true soulmate. That's bringing love into it. That's real love. That's pure love. If it's not that we're meant to be together, I still want you to be happy. Whether it's that you want to be with someone or not, whatever your path is, I pray that you're happy. Rather than saying, oh, if it's not me, I hope they're never going to be happy and blah, blah, blah. Or I don't even want to take that chance to let this go. Or the fear of, is this person going to be upset with me if I want to break up with them? I don't want to be with them anymore. But what's healthy, what's best for everybody involved. So you being confident in yourself is going to be your key to success in love. Some of you guys do have Leo placements in your chart. There's a powerful breakthrough on the horizon. Like some of you guys might be very thoroughly surprised when you break free of the cycle of like the false connections or the almost connections, or trying to turn the assignment into the divine counterpart. Like once you break free of these, like, or settle ships, settling, or situationships, settling for being the side chick, a side dude, or pining after someone that just won't give you the time of the day. Like once you break free of those false love connections and you tap into your true essence of who you are, you're gonna attract your person sooner than you think. Like it's not going to be hard for you. I'm telling you. I don't get that from this. Look at that. Rebirth, personal freedom unleashed came out again. Open your heart, setting loving boundaries, divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence. I'm telling you, it's not hard. It's not going to be hard for you. I'm telling you, once you're done with that and you break free from it, your energy is already powerful. Like I said, it's already alluring and attractive enough to lure in the good and the bad and the ugly. But when you have those boundaries set for yourself, loving boundaries, and you walk in your power and your truth and authentically who you are, I'm telling you, your person is not going to be hard to spot. You can't, some of you guys wouldn't even be able to see your partner because of the energy that you're in. You wouldn't even be able to see the partner that's meant for you because there's an illusion there of the type of partner that you're meant to be with, because there's a part of you, again, that plays savior when you're not supposed to, because naturally you're a healer. But when you play that savior role with the people that are just meant to be, you know, that are meant to receive your medicine, receive your healing, receive your light, your teaching, or what have you, your inspiration, when you try to turn it into more than what it is, you're saying yes to partners that do not fully accept you and cannot fully embrace you. It's not because necessarily they don't want to, but they're not meant to and they cannot. They don't have the energy to contain or hold your essence or your energy in the way that it deserves to. Because they're going to do one or two things. They're going to run from it, or they're going to try to control your energy. And that's not the person for you. So what you find is that either when a person's running, you're chasing, you're trying to convince it and pull it back in. When it's running because it cannot withstand your energy, it's not supposed to. Or if it's trying to control you, you bend over backwards and say, okay, I'll be what you want me to be. That's also another sign that that's not meant for you. With the right person, there is no running and there's no bending and shape shifting and forming into what someone else wants you to be, because they love you for you. You guys are in vibrational alignment and match to each other. So when you see your power and you see yourself, you'll be able to see the type of mate that's for you. And anything that is not that, you'll be repelled by it immediately, like, oh, this ain't for me. You're stop rejecting yourself. You reject yourself and your power every time you entertain a connection or you try to make something be a deeper connection than what it is or what it's supposed to be. You're doing that to yourself. You're rejecting yourself. When you accept what you are, you don't care what doesn't accept and embrace who you are, because you know it's not for you. But when you don't know that, you'll try to say, oh, well, they're not accepting me. Well, let me try to make them accept me. You don't see your worth in that moment. Once you do see your worth, what accepts you, you know it's aligned, and what isn't, you know it isn't aligned, and you move on. You're good. Yeah, it might sting because you're human. Your ego might be a little offended, like, oh, okay. But essentially, you know deep down it's not for you. Whatever you're chasing, it is not aligned with you. You don't have to chase what is aligned. All right. So that is the reading, y'all. I hope that was helpful. All right. Much love to you. Y'all be good out there. Y'all be safe. Okay. Whoever this message was for, I hope it was helpful. I hope it wasn't too much, too harsh, delivery. Hey. But yeah, all in love, y'all. If you want clarity about your divine connections, or is what you're experiencing a divine connection, or what is this I'm experiencing, what's the purpose of this person in my life, hit me up for a reading, y'all. I'll be more than happy to go in for you, more personal, because it's your own energy alone. It's not a collective message and stuff like that, so it's a little more precise. If you're interested, I will leave the link to my website at waluchildreadings.ninja. Or you can email me if you have any questions about my services, like, maybe what reading would fit your situation. I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction and help you with that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not that booked, but I do have some readings I still got to get out, but I am available. So if you want a reading, hit me up. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Much love as always. Be blessed, be safe, take care. And until the next one, peace.